Morning. I wanted to share these pretty flowers. I want to I wanted to share what I'm doing right now. I couldn't sleep, and so I have not gone to sleep. It is now like going on 9 o'clock in the morning. And for some time now, I have been feeling honeysuckle calling to me. So I have honeysuckle blossoms in here, and it's a variety of honeysuckle from all those different stages, and but all of them very fragrant, all of it very, very fragrant. And it's been calling to me since before we moved. And I was really sad because I had planned to go around and pluck honeysuckles before we left. I mean, we were in the country and there were so many honeysuckles. But anywho, we moved, and now where we are, there's a tree line all around. We're surrounded by woods, a thicket once again, which is amazing, and I'm so close to trees now. It's great. It's fantastic. It's healing and just really nice, because in the country, the land we were on, we actually had a lot of flat land, so we didn't have trees like right by the house, whereas now trees are right outside my window. So I went out this morning because honeysuckle was just calling really strongly, and I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna go. I've been wanting to make honeysuckle essential oil for some time now. And like when I felt it calling, I was like, I wonder why it's calling to me. Of course, the fairies, right? The fairies are calling to me, and I have not really engaged with them in a while. And you know, being in nature is a really big part of who I am, who I really am, and connecting with my femininity and my magic self, my fairy self, you know, and my innocent inner child. And so I went out and began plucking them, going around and talking to the plants and honeysuckles and just asking them permission to pluck them, and the ones that granted me permission came right off. It was a really beautiful experience, and you know, I just had a lovely conversation with them about how they remind me of my innocence. And I was listening to a woman just last night too, and she said the same thing, and it's so true. It's honeysuckle, I don't know, whenever I smell it or see it, it just brings this joy to me. And I remember when me and Ty first got together and we went on a walk around the neighborhood we were in, which it's the land we were on, but it's still within this very rural neighborhood, and I was so ecstatic when I smelled this aroma. I was like, oh my god, what is this beautiful, beautiful fucking aroma? And he was like, honeysuckle. And he took me to the, you know, the tree line and plucked a honeysuckle for me. And ever since then, whenever I would go on a walk, and if I saw honeysuckle, I'd pluck one for him and take it to him and leave it on his dresser for him to see when he woke up. So it's kind of our thing. And plus, honeysuckle reminds me of his wonderful pap. He always tells me stories about his grandfather, who he loves very much and who is not in incarnate form anymore. And so I just went out this morning as the sun is rising up and began plucking, and just had this whole conversation with the honeysuckle spirit just about purity and innocence, and how even as I was plucking them, I could feel myself connecting back with my gentle nature, my very gentle, sweet, innocent nature. And also I noticed ones that did not come off of their bush easily. I noticed they're not ready to come off, and I did not want to exert force to take them. So it also was showing me to be gentle and not take something that is not even ready to leave. It's not ready to give to me. It's not ready to leave its surroundings. It's, and it's something innocent and still in its progress of growing or whatever it is, but it did not want to go with me. And so that also was like showing me and helping me process emotions and feelings within myself. It was just, about trauma and how innocence is taken from children with sexual abuse. It's taken from them when they do not want it. They do not want to give to this other person. They do not want to participate in what this person is doing to them, forcing them to do, you know what I mean? So it's a distortion of control and energy upon someone, a being who is quite innocent. And so I made sure to be very mindful as I was out there plucking, and just honored and respected the blossoms that were not ready to go, and gave them the same amount of blessings and said thank you as the ones that did want to come with me. And I don't know, it was a very healing process. I recently spoke about trauma in my latest videos, and I mean, I've been, obviously, but a lot is coming up with these transits. Look how pretty they are. Sunflowers are also another thing with me and Ty, and just in general. So see, that's why I have that there, sunflower. So, and I've been eyeing, I literally have watched these beautiful yellow flowers bloom. It started in mid to late August, and we're now in September. It's September 12th, and I just kept eyeing them because I was like, I wonder what those buds are. They were just like these tight little buds, and then every time I would go out there, some of them I just kept watching them slowly bloom and open up, and I was like, I wonder what these are about to be. And finally I see them, and I've been so curious. And last night I was looking up yellow flowers that bloom mid to late August, early September, and I'm pretty sure this is a type of sunflower. So it's from the sunflower family, and now that I have them sitting in water and I feel their beautiful, beautiful energy and radiance, I'm gonna set them somewhere and then look it up and confirm. Some of these actually were on a branch that had been trampled, so they were on the ground, and I felt so sad. I was like, oh my goodness, well, if you're going to continue to get trampled, I might as well snip you guys and bring you in and let you bless my home rather than you get trampled on. I felt really sad about that, so I brought them in. And then of course the honeysuckle. So I don't know, I just felt like sharing this, and I've never made an essential oil before, but I've been reading about this for months. I kept checking on instructions here or there every time it came to my mind, and I feel pretty confident now. It seems pretty easy. I got my grapeseed oil, and I'm pretty sure this is a decent amount to make my first batch. And I had a great conversation with the blossoms out there. I realized there's way more than I expected. I really didn't think I'd get this much. And I realize now, I see this family of deer in front of our apartment. And I'm realizing that they've been trying to show me this whole time where a bunch of honeysuckles are. And once I had that realization, because I walked into the area where I always see the mama deer and her babies, when I got to that area and saw all the honeysuckles, I was like, oh my god, now I understand why I keep seeing them. And then right when I said that and turned around, I saw, I turned around and looked way back at the other area I had just came from, where I was plucking the honeysuckles, and clipped these beauties. And I saw the bush where it got trampled, these got trampled, but then there was, bushes that were okay and still standing up, it literally began waving at me and like confirming. Basically, I was like, oh my god, is this like confirming what I just realized? I was like, oh my god, what are the fairies saying to me? This is wild. So yeah, I'm really, really excited because I really feel like I need the fairies' magic in my life right now with the transits going on. Venus, I think, is about to go into retrograde, and right now Venus is in Scorpio territory. There's a lot coming up in regards to love, and look at this beautiful raw piece of quartz, by the way, that I found in Tennessee. Yeah. There's just a lot coming up with the transits right now, and have been, so a lot of things, a lot of very old memories too. I had some past life stuff come up, and I couldn't figure out where it was coming from, and these very deep feelings of abandonment, and just, it was like seriously so strong, and I just kept breaking down and crying, and then I finally I don't know, was led to a bunch of different things, and just realized I connected a bunch of experiences I've been having and have had over the past few years, and then with Ty, and realized it's a past life that he and I had, where we married and I waited upon him, and something happened and he never returned. So, I mean, we even researched it. It's literally, like, if you Google the stuff, which I don't really feel like mentioning the names right now, but if you ended up Googling the names and the timeline, you'd find the story. So apparently I died from a broken heart or something, and anywho, point is that I felt abandoned, and he, you know, there's more to the story, but at least now I know why I kept having those feelings, and so I was able to really work on that and release that, and just at least have the knowing. But you know, after all those releases and going through a lot of stuff, you know, I just feel kind of tired, and also I've just noticed that I've been working on and healing my masculine side, my masculine nature as well, and that's been going on for a while now, and so I just felt like I really, 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 really needed some fairy love, some gentle energy, and so I am going to make this essential oil, and I am very, very excited. So I don't know, I hope that these beauties brighten your day. I mean, look at this magic. I mean, look at that. Look at the perfection. Look at the divine nature. I mean, look at this. By the way, I found some honeysuckles. One of them didn't want to come with me, but eventually I found another one, and it did want to come with me. And it literally is two honeysuckles growing together, like morphed together, and so it reminded me of the masculine and feminine divine counterparts. It reminded me of, you know, twin flames, so I thought that was very beautiful. But yeah, good morning to you wherever you are in the world. Namaste. Wow, that is very interesting. Do you see the light coming from this honeysuckle? That is wild. This is the honeysuckle that I was referring to. That is 2 in 1. I mean, look at the rays on it. This is insane. Oh my gosh, look at that. Like, am I going crazy? No, it's definitely coming from this honeysuckle. It's, like I said, yeah, it's really thick. me. That's really wild, because wow, just wow. You can see it better now because I'm in the kitchen. It's lit. But you see how it's two. Look at that. Wow, that is really, really, really free. Oh, by the way, here is the finished product. I actually think I may have had more than 1 cup of honeysuckle. So this will actually be a very pretty potent essential oil when it's done. But I used 1 cup of grapeseed oil, and I warmed up I followed instructions, and now it's in this jar. And I'm going to let it soak for 6 to 8 weeks in a dark room. I'm gonna put it in our closet. But wow, I'm like still in awe about this. I'm just gonna I'm gonna do it one more time. I mean, what the heck? Even in here you can see it in a well lit. Am I going crazy? Nothing is coming from my hands. But there is definitely an aura, wow, coming from the honeysuckle. I mean, here's proof, guys, right here. So, I mean, it sucks that I did not take the honeysuckles, that I didn't record it when I took out the honeysuckles out of the bag. I wonder what the aura looked like on my bundle. I mean, that's wild. So I don't know if like honeysuckles in general have a green, teal aura, or is it just this particular blossom? But look at that, it's amazing. Whoa. And it's got a little bit of violet gray at the bottom, like a violet blue. Wow, this is just incredible. What the heck? Wow, well, I'm sending out this healing fairy, Mama Earth, divine feminine energy to you. I guess apparently masculine and feminine. Beautiful, beautiful love from the fairy realm to you. Ooh, boop. Just like a little fairy godmother wand. Boop. Blessings to you, to all of you. Wow, this is incredible.